Sport now, and a record number of competitors took part in this year's Army Sprint Triathlon Championships in South Cerney in Gloucestershire. Julian Evans reports on the race, which has become hugely popular amongst members of the armed forces.
This year's competition included experienced competitors and those who are gradually immersing themselves into this multi-discipline sport. With sprint triathlon, the distances involved are that bit shorter, which makes this event the ideal stepping stone for those athletes that want to go on and compete at standard triathlon distance. Often referred to as Olympic tri, standard distance is twice the length of the sprint triathlon, so negotiating an open water swim for the unfledged, in this case a distance of 750 metres, is a good way of building up for the more demanding events. Onto the serious racing, and with the athletes under starters' orders,
3, 2, 1, go!
They were off. First out of the water was former Army swimming champion Neil Ferguson. Back on dry land, he headed to the first transition. Less than 20 seconds behind was Chris Stuart. Third from the swim was pre-race favourite Mark Livesey. Fellow competitors filed through the opening transition, slipping from wetsuits and onto saddles. With the race leaders setting a blistering pace, those further back were still determined to post quick times. Ferguson had maintained his advantage on the bike, and with just the run to go, could he hold on? Livesey and Stuart were closing in. Livesey, who was preparing for Ironman Austria, finished first, coming home in 55 minutes 14 seconds. Stuart was less than a minute behind. Ferguson held on to third. The women's champion was Alicia Ridley, who said the Army's recent triathlon training camp in Cyprus contributed to her victory.
The warm weather training was superb out there. We had all the facilities on our doorstep and 2 weeks high intensity training. It was fabulous and set me up for the season, really.
I've trained this morning already since coming to the race, and I've already done probably about 15 hours this week. So whereas guys have targeted this way, so I'm a little bit surprised that I've done as well as I have, to be honest.
While the Army's elite triathletes prepare for harder things to come, the majority of competitors are just pleased to finish. Julian Evans, Forces News, Gloucestershire.